Hi everybody, my name is Brittany Norris, and first of all, I would like to thank you for purchasing my dropshipping training. This video is the introduction to dropshipping, what it is, what you need to know before you get started, and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna jump right into the information. The number one thing that people mistake, they think that, well, how am I going to make any money if somebody is selling it cheaper than me? Well, people look for the title and not the price. So if you title your item correctly, then your item is about 90% more likely to sell. Another technique that I will be teaching is spider webbing, which is basically going on to somebody else's eBay account, looking at what they're selling, seeing how many times they've sold it, and I have the rule of 10. If it's sold 10 times in the last month, then I'll go ahead and list it, and if it hasn't sold at least 10 times, then I stay away from it. So with spider webbing, what you're going to do, I'm going to go over that later on in this video, but basically I will provide you all, depending on your package that you purchase, anywhere between 2 to 5 of the top eBay sellers that use either Amazon, Walmart, or Costco to do their drop shipping. Target, you cannot drop ship. Bed Bath & Beyond, you cannot drop ship. Wayfair, you cannot drop ship. I personally stay away from electronics because of the trademark and copyright laws, and it's a liability. If you sell a laptop, the customer can say it doesn't work automatically. PayPal will refund you their money, and they may or may not return the item. I've had that happen to me, and that was when I kind of said, I'm done. I'm not selling electronics. The closest thing to electronics that I will sell is like phone cases, chargers, batteries sell good, and that's pretty much it when it comes to electronics. Some of the top sellers are household items. A lot of people don't have a truck, so they might want to buy a new mattress, and they don't have any way to transport it home. So they will feel more comfortable buying it online, having it delivered directly to them, rather than having to pay the additional fee to have it shipped or delivered to their house when we offer free shipping. So we're going to sell a lot of bed frames. I sell a lot of mattresses, a lot of bed sets. It's going to be winter time soon, so a lot of the 8-piece comforter sets and the space heaters are going to start selling very well, as well as the furnace air filters are going to start selling very well. And I apologize for the noise in the background. I have a 2-year-old. She's everywhere. But when you first start, you're on a restriction. PayPal gives you a $15 limit. So what that $15 limit means that any transaction that's over $15, PayPal will put a hold on the money for 3 days after the buyer receives the item. So with Amazon Prime, it's delivered in 2 days, and then you have to wait 3 days after that, so it's about 5 days. One of my top sellers is a futon. I get it from Walmart for $99. I sell it for $189.99. eBay takes 10%, PayPal takes 2.9% plus 30 cents. So you're looking at roughly 13% on $180. So roughly it's about $20, so you end up profiting $60. But it takes 5 days for PayPal to release your funds. And they do that for the first either 25 or 50 transactions. So a lot of people like to start small with items, that cost $7.99 and sell them for $13.99. And that way, you don't make very much money at first, but it gives you a chance to build up your seller ratings. People can leave positive feedback. eBay works 2 ways. It either works with you or against you. When you're a below average seller, that's not good. It's very hard to climb out of the hole. I've actually done it myself, so I know. When you first start, they don't know if you're good or if you're bad. So that's why they put the limits on it. the best way to make that go away is to sell a lot of cheap items, whether it's, phone cases, shampoo and conditioner, Febreze, stuff like that sells like that. But it's also good to have a diverse portfolio. So you're allowed 50 items within your first month. I'd say at least 35 of those items need to be what we call volume sales, which is where you might only make a $3 to $5 profit, but they sell more. And then the other 15 will be the higher end items, the futons, the bed frames, the mattresses, the heaters, the dressers, stuff like that, the computer desks. And the reason for that is because the higher profit is going to take longer to sell. People are more likely to spend $20 than they are to spend $300, $400. So that's very important to understand. This is not a race. Success loves speed, but your listings is what is going to determine how well that you do. And so now we're going to get into how do I know what to sell, how do you know what's selling, and how do you know what's a good profit margin. Before I get into that, this is a disclaimer. Every state has its own laws, sales tax. I know Mississippi sucks. Mississippi, you have to pay $500 up front just to even start to sell on eBay. My state, Ohio, is $500 or $500,000 in sales. So you're going to want to go ahead and look up your state law and see what your limit is before you're going to have to start paying sales tax on the item. That's just something that you're going to want to look into, just to be aware of that every state is different. Anything that you pay for that's for your business, if you have to buy a new laptop, it's a business write-off. A certain percentage of your house payment is a write-off, car payment, anything that has to do with your business. If you go on vacation and you're traveling and you're working while you're traveling, it's a tax write-off. And again, I apologize for the noise in the background. Alright, sorry about that. I went downstairs to try to kind of block out the background noise. But there's two main techniques that I teach: spider webbing, and another one we just kind of call it drop surfing, both of which are great, both of which you'll see results for. And depending on your package, I will give you either 2, 3, or 5 of the top eBay sellers that use Amazon or Walmart, like specifically. And what you can do is go through there, see what they've sold within the last month with positive ratings, and then look on Amazon. And if you think it's a good profit margin, if it's worth it for you, then you can go ahead and list it. Further on in the video, I'm going to teach you how to properly list the item. Again, your title is the number one most important thing. The price does not matter so much. It's how you title your item. And so let me go ahead. I'm going to use one of my students' PayPal information, or not PayPal, eBay account to go on and show you guys, so that the number one rule with drop shipping is not to give people your store. If I give you my store, you can just copy everything that I'm doing, which is what spider webbing is, except I don't give people that information. And some people feel uncomfortable with that, but I have no problem going on and showing you my proof. I have no problem with none of that. But as far as giving you my store, it's not going to happen. Let me just get logged in on her account right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a couple of different techniques. Hold on one second. And sign in. Alright, so I'm on her account. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the share screen. And here we go. I'm going to move this to the side. These are all stuff that I was selling earlier. anything to do with yoga sells good, and it's under that $15 threshold. Some people start with a low budget. Some people have the capital to invest in the higher end items to sell. So it just depends on you, but just understand and know that there is a $15 limit. Anything that is under $15, you will receive the payment right away. So one of the biggest sellers on eBay is the honey roasted peanut. He only uses Amazon. So you can see he's done all these sales, all this. You're going to want to click here and you're going to want to see what they've done within the last month. Because anything that's past a month is pretty much irrelevant, in my opinion. Everybody does things differently. So, you see they sell light bulbs, live, laugh, love, something. Again, any of these things that are under, $15 right here, you just click view item. You can see it's sold 116 times. So that falls within our rule of 10. So I'm just going to copy and paste it to Amazon and see. So you see $6.39, and the way that he makes his money is a little bit differently. He does he makes his money with his taxes. So $7.38, and it's on here for $6.39. So we can list this, and I'm going to go ahead and list it for $9.99. So the fees would be about $1.35, which will leave a profit of about $3 and some change. But this is an item that sells 116 times. So when you multiply that by $3 or $5, and this is within the last month, then you make a decent profit off of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this picture and paste it down here. And if you only have a cell phone, it's not impossible. It just makes things a little bit more difficult. You're just going to want to, let me close these out because these are my accounts. You're going to want to go, there's more noise in the background. So then you're going to want to go to sell. And if you see that they did very good using this title, then I would just copy their title instead of using the title generator. If you want the title generator, that's an additional $5. Never sell one like this. You're always going to want to create a new listing, and it's new. And then PayPal is a thing where the faster your shipping time is, the more photos. If you have at least 4 photos, they bump you up in the list, and free shipping. So what I'm going to do is put the same picture 4 times. So you're going to want to flexi point everything. You're going to want to make it 2 separate words. For example, if it's fire pit or fireplace, instead of putting it all in one word, you're going to want to break them up. So if somebody searches fire or place, then your item will come up. I'm just going to put 600 pack, quality, and affordable price. So then you can see right here, they will recommend what the seller is. And if you have a professional seller account, you don't need it yet, but it will be it'll look a little bit different than this. So you're going to want to do the buy it now. See, and they got it at $20.30. And that's what it's trending for. But remember, we want to stay under the $15. So we're just going to put it for $12.99. It'll give you a higher chance of selling. Offer free shipping. That way, your item will be one of the first that people see. I don't even know what these things are, but you're gonna just copy and paste the description. That way there's no way that people can say that it's not what they ordered. If you copy and paste exactly what it is, then it is what it is. Let me toy with something real quick. Continue listing. It's different because I have a professional seller account and this is a new seller account. But right here, if you put more pricing, easy pricing, shipping. Hold on. I don't even know where I was. All right. So this is done. Has the handling time for 3 business days. If you're just starting, there's no need. I would just put 1. Enable more options. Here it is. So you're gonna want more options. You're gonna want to put the quantity. I usually put 10. And then that's done. You're gonna go ahead and list that item. And anything that is under $15 will be available. Oh, so you gotta reduce the quantity. That's weird. She's gonna have to call. I'll just put 2. And so this is how you properly list an item. Now, don't do any of this. You have to pay for it to promote it. It's not worth it. People will see it because it's selling. Back to the spider webbing. You can go on their account, see what they're selling, and this seller in particular, he only uses Amazon, so it makes things a lot easier for people to pretty much copy him. Knee strap, see what this is, 1082. 2-pack. I'm just gonna copy the title and put it on Amazon and see what they pull up. So this is $9.49 and he's selling it for $10.95. So I would not sell that. And it's only sold 3 times. So that is an example of what not to sell. See what this is. It's pretty much really a guessing game with trying to find what's selling recently, how much it's selling for. He sold 5 of these in the last 24 hours. So this is something that I would definitely list if it's a profit. And let's see, 584. And he's selling it for 681. But we can sell it for more than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and steal these pictures. Just put them right here. And again, this is just a introduction video just to kind of give you an idea of what it is that I do. Um, your state's sales tax vary. Everybody, it varies from state to state. So you're gonna want to make sure that you check into that, because if you make over 12,000 in sales, regardless, PayPal or eBay will send you a 1099 form. So you do have to file taxes. So what I'm just gonna do is copy this. So we're gonna go into a new one, sell. Um, for the item, I'm just gonna do this for now because I just copied the description, and then we'll go back and add the title in a second. Maybe I can't do that. I'll just have to do this. We'll just copy their title, go here, back, and you're gonna do that. Also, if it says, you're only allowed so much per month, you can go ahead and call eBay and tell them I'm drop shipping. Amazon is my main supplier. I have Walmart as a backup, and that you assume responsibility for the items being in stock and that you're going to monitor them and all that. That's what they want to really make sure, because there's a lot of people that are selling, and then when somebody buys something, they're saying it's out of stock, which in actuality, I think it's just they don't want to take a loss on the profit or on the product. It's always better to just take a loss and get the good review than it is to cancel an order and then lose your seller ratings with eBay. eBay will either work against you or with you, and you want eBay to work with you. So you're gonna copy this and paste it here. And always offer free shipping. And 1 business day. If you are a new seller and you're not having very much traffic, then you should be able to ship an item out within 1 business day. Again, we're keeping it under the $15 so that you can get the money right away. So you see they're recommending $9. And off of an item that you're paying $5.84, $9 would be 90 cents. Be about $1.25 in fees. You're paying $5.50. So again, this is gonna be a volume item. This is not gonna be a high profit item, and unless you have the capital to start with high profit items, it's good to have a diverse portfolio, just like if you're investing. I don't do this. They'll charge you 54 cents to advertise it, but it does not need to be advertised. Number one rule in drop shipping is never give anybody your information, because they'll just go on and steal what you're doing. Just like what I'm showing you right now is basically stealing what they're doing. So I'm charging a higher price for it, and people will pay it because of the title. So when it comes to, she already has her PayPal linked, but when you first start, let me go ahead and stop the screen share. When you first start a new eBay account, when you go to list your first item, it'll say it's a draft. You'll have to link your PayPal account to it. That's the only way that you can get paid. So you're gonna need a PayPal, and you're gonna need the eBay account, you're gonna need an Amazon account, and you're gonna need a Walmart account to start. I try to use Amazon and Walmart that way to avoid confusion. And sometimes Walmart is cheaper than Amazon, so when an item sells, I will look on both sites to see what's cheaper. It's important that you take responsibility and that you monitor your items because prices do change and you need to adjust your prices accordingly. Once you get to the point where you're making productive sales and you're making so much per month and you think it's worth it to pay for Profit Scraper, which is an automatic system, you get a 14-day free trial. But after that is $67 a month, and they do up to 500 listings, and they'll go on and adjust the prices for you as need be and place orders for you and all that. But when you're first starting, it's good to be consistent. It start with low things. Yoga mats are good. Anything athletic. Right now it's going to be cold up north in the winter, so mittens, gloves, especially for babies. Um, like the little snow suits for babies. Um, Again, you don't have to stay under the $15. I just know some people that are trying to build up their seller ratings. It's either 25 or 50 transactions, and you'll need that information. So I just want to go back over everything. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting something because my daughter is upstairs yelling and she's refused a nap today. But you're going to need Amazon account and eBay account. You're going to need to link your PayPal to your eBay. You're going to need eBates. It's a cashback website, as well as Be Frugal. Sometimes one offers more cash back than the other, and I will send you links for both of them. And once you have watched this video and you're ready to go further into your training with one-on-one training, as far as me helping you get your listings out there, then go ahead and inbox me. If you have any other questions, you can go ahead and inbox me. Again, stay away from electronics. They're trademarked, they're copyright. They're the number one most returned items. It's just trouble. Stay away from them. Anything to do with pets sell good, home goods, dressers, tables, chairs, high chairs, baby items, toys, pampers, um, recliners, um, futons, mini refrigerators, toasters, microwaves. Those are all ideas of stuff that you guys can look up and see what's selling and see if it's worth a profit for you. Everybody is different, so you need to let me know your budget, what you have to work with. I know one person started my course. She paid for the $250 training course about a month ago, and she made about, I'd have to ask again, but I want to say it was close to $7,800 in profits with about 2,200 in sales. So my profit margins are good. You just have to be consistent and keep adding. You're allowed 50 free items every month. Take advantage of that. Use all 50. Again, this is not a race. It's took me about January will be 3 years to build up this business. And with all the stores going online, grocery stores are delivering food now. Um, Walmart is being replaced with kiosks. McDonald's is being replaced. People are going to be out of jobs. You're going to need to be able to hold your own, take this money, invest it into another business, do what you got to do, save it. But it is very important to be self-employed and know the benefits of having a home-based business. Um, Again, I just want to thank you for your trust in me and for joining me on this drop shipping journey. And I'm very excited to get all of you off to a good start. I apologize for the delays. I'm running a promotion right now, so I have a lot of people that were hesitant are now ready all of a sudden. It's funny, but it's reality. People like cheap, and so for me, it's not about the money, it's about helping you to change your finances. So, again, I appreciate you for purchasing this training, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to speaking with you very shortly.